dress your ass. And it never fucking fails. If it wasn't so fucking offensive, it would be actually fucking funny. Because this is all they have for you, black man. Because they've been dealing with niggas so long, they genuinely believe that the protocol needed in order to get in good graces with us is to show us how well she can fry some chicken. Ain't that fucked up? I mean, no one genuinely knows what it means as far as the definition, the genuine definition of black culture. It's just it's a construed concept that's been given to us by our friendly neighborhood Tavistock Institution of Human Relations as far as what black culture is really supposed to mean. Because the history of black people, we've been around this world and around this planet for thousands of years. And where amongst those cultures where you find us, you find do you see them niggas eating some fried chicken? You look at the Mayans. You see the cornrows of the ancient statues of the Mayans, or you go to Angkor Wat in Cambodia, where you see the corn. You see cornrows, Buddhist statues with like the niggas. I don't see no statues around here with a bunch of ancient black people of Cambodia or the Mayans down in Mexico and Guatemala eating some motherfucking fried chicken. So I mean, how do you make heads or tails of that shit? You have at that point you have no choice but to confess that you are no I mean you are genuinely hypnotized and brainwashed as far as this misconstrued concept of black culture consisting of the staple of it being one of the staples of the community where you reel the black man in is frying some chicken for his ass. When it really should be the Irish, because that's where the concept of fried chicken comes from. It comes from the Irish. The Irish brought fried chicken over here, not niggas. It's just a stereotype that stuck. Just like with basketball. Where in Cambodia, where in Africa, where in the indigenous parts of America where you find us playing some motherfucking basketball? The closest thing that you find to that shit is this is really the origins of soccer. I dare say the origins of soccer, where they had this the Mayans had this game where you kick this ball into this hole. I mean, that's probably like the earliest ancient mix of soccer and basketball rolled into one, where they had to, and I don't know how the hell that game sound hard than a motherfucker. You gotta, and the hole will be way the fuck up there. You had to kick that son of a bitch up into a hole, and then even worse, like the loser apparently, the loser got to lose his life. But then again, I think the winner got to lose his life too. They cut the motherfucker's head off, like just some real savage type shit. Yeah, I'm starting to realize just how fucked up human beings have been on a historical level, and even with, I mean, part of me just suspends disbelief. I just can't believe how fucked up humanity not only is but has been. I mean, nothing's new under the sun. Nothing's new under the sun. So you got this Paula Patton, this mulattoes chick who's up here, trying to win the graces of black men by frying some tasteless ass chicken, and she's just fucking it up left and right. She ain't marinating it. She ain't putting no kind of marinade in it so that it breaks down the enzymes of the bird. She's putting seasoning in the oil and not in the meat nor the flour. I mean, just showing what just a goofball she really is. Again, Brad and Chad's sloppy seconds coming your way, coming at your disposal, black man. There you go, black man. You get, yeah, you get Brad and Chad's sloppy seconds. No matter how fucked up she look, no matter even if, yeah, even if she is suffering from alopecia, even if she is, body built like a busted up Pillsbury, uh, busted up Pillsbury biscuit can. Just looking all kinds of fucked up. Looking all kinds of fucked up. And don't let it be a black woman. Oh, I don't care if oh, that's your queen. That's your queen, black man. That's your queen. You gotta stick to her. You gotta stick together as a people. And I'm here to tell you, black man, your so-called queen has been fucking you since the inception of this country. Your black queen has been fucking you for the past 400 years, and along with Brad. See, it's easy to point the fingers at this white man. It's easy to point the fingers at that motherfucker. One thing I've noticed about you niggas, it ain't so easy pointing it at your black queen. And you know why? You know why it's so hard to point it out your black queen? You motherfuckers are some idol worshippers. I had to realize, I was like, when I saw that shit, and after seeing all this other goofy shit that I've seen dealing with Negroes and how they respond and how they react to black women and how they literally let black women just run them all over, I had to realize you worship these motherfuckers. You niggas worship black women. Black women are your gods. Even so-called, I've even seen so-called Muslims, so-called Israelites, or whatever the hell, who should very well be familiar with the commandment, thou shalt have no other gods before me, worshiping the ground that this black woman walks on. And to me, I just don't see the connection. I just don't see what it is that you see in these worthless black bras. They're some of the most boring, uninteresting, anti-intellectual, pseudo-intellectual type of females that you will ever want to endure. They're combative. They're violent. They pit you against other black men to fight to the death for her so-called honor, or should I say, her bristophilic urges. Meaning she gets off at your death, at the sight of your death. The way General Tito explained to us about how a lot of black females go to these clubs, certain clubs in the hood, when they have the option of going to certain clubs that are much safer. They'd rather go to the hood clubs where they know most likely niggas gonna get the fighting, shooting, and killing. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to hear that. And then you niggas will have the unmitigated audacity to try to recruit me. Even after all these years, you niggas still trying to recruit me into that losing battle. No questions asked. It's like y'all niggas are that brainwashed, hypnotized, and spellbound. Like you bitches. You niggas gotta be literally on under these bitches' spells. Cause y'all do know, you do know this nigga bitch practices witchcraft. I know y'all know that, right? Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't know that black women for centuries, if not millennia, deal with the craft? Did y'all know that? Nothing new under the sun, right? Ain't nothing new under the sun. You got these warlock ass bitches under your spell, or where I mean you under their spell. I mean it's got to be witchcraft the way you niggas the way you niggas operate. Cause I guarantee you if it was the white woman, and I can't even say that. I can't even say that because some of y'all niggas are just so coochie whipped that as long as she got a coochie, she can be as fucked up as I mean funky ass attitude, funky ass everything. Funky ass dress, funky ass breath, funky ass BO. You niggas will take her. And it makes me look bad. Cause even though I didn't get very far with the women that I was dealing with, at least I can say this much. One, I had hood rats coming after me. But I chose not to deal with them. I chose not to deal with them because I was like, I'm better than that. The women that I was dealing with, even though it didn't get nowhere, at least they were women of class. They were women who dressed a certain way. They didn't have their booties tooted up in the air. They didn't have their breastises tooted up in the air like their thought friends did. Which is probably low key why I didn't fuck with I didn't fuck the friend like I probably should have. I probably should have did that shit, but it was probably pride in me that prevented me from doing it because I was like I looked down, at them, and I'm sorry, I can't help it. No, I see a savage, I know they're a savage. I expect them to behave like a savage, and that's so dumb they don't even realize how much of a fool they being played for. Cause think about it now. You got you got a girl who's going to the University of Memphis, and these are supposed to be friends, but this just shows you how vicious girl world is. So you got females going to the University of Memphis, right? And this is what made me realize just how much of a fool, dealing with this community can have your ass making your ass look. Because you have a whole fraternity and sorority of motherfuckers who are deep within, the like I said, places like, you know, 4-year universities, HBCUs. But what about the Pookie and Ray Ray narrative? I mean, how you gonna be a Pookie and Ray Ray trying to go to a 4-year university? I mean, there's another section of all this. It's called the Black Boule, and the Black Boule is fully aware of the Pookie and Ray Ray dynamic. And the whole thing about, see, if I'm in on the whole ghetto hood rat hyena culture, I know for a fact the Black Boule is, and by the Black Boule, like I said, I mean the so-called talent intent, your Alpha Kappa Alphas, your Q Dogs, all them niggas, and they bring you goofy niggas around now. They bring you goofy niggas around now, but they know at the end of the day, you just some hood rat bitch who ought to feel lucky that you at least in this university's recreation center or wherever it is they inviting your goofy, uneducated, hood rat ass over to. And I know they do that just for bragging rights. See, I don't take advantage of you niggas like that. I threw all you motherfuckers under the bus. I threw all you motherfuckers under the bus. I don't do y'all like that. I could. Especially in this goofy ass town, don't you think? I mean, these motherfuckers so silly and socially retarded. I could have been put me in the right situation where you got some goofy ass locals out here. And shit, as horny as I've been for some butt, as horny as I've been for some butt, for some B-U-T-T, for some booty, I could have been had a whole harem of some goofy black broads from Aurora. But I don't exploit y'all like that because I don't fuck with y'all like that. Because I know I'm going to have to deal with all that goofy bullshit that comes with you niggas. And that juice just ain't worth squeezing. But this right here proves exactly why as black men we have so many things to have to, we have so many variables to vet, for lack of better words, when it comes to the kind of women who normally come our way, who feel like, because again, you have a sea of whole women who don't fuck with us like that. This is one of the reasons why it confuses the fuck out of me when I hear some men on the tube talking about how we're desired of all women. I'm like, shit, I can't tell. If we're so desired of all women, why is it that we only getting the bottom shelf of women? What the fuck? What the fuck's going on here? Folks refusing to break radio silence? And then when they do show that they trying to choose up on us, they doing it in the most disrespectful way that they can think of. And they're so inundated with white supremacy, they don't even realize just how disrespectful it is to do some shit like that. But my nigga, what if, and I was thinking of this, what if I wanted to, y'all seen my cooking videos, I'll use that as an example. What better example? Which I would ask Paula Patton, how impressed am I supposed to be towards you making some tasteless ass fried chicken when there's videos on my channel where I'm making Cambodian pho, I'm making fucking basically Indian tempura, which is called pakora, and I'm making Thai curry. None of those are fried chicken. But what if I was such a what kind of reaction do you think I would get if I was up here trying to petition to Indian, Thai, and Cambodian women? Women whose persuasion I'm very much attracted to. Cause I feel like I wouldn't. I've lived a very unaccomplished life if I don't at least get to smash some Hindustani booty. A Hindustani BBW with a big old brown dump. I gotta get me one of them, bro. But how much of a fool would I make myself look? And how insulted do you think they would feel if I'm up here showing to the Indian community, the Hindustani community specifically, that I can make Indian pakora? I can make Indian corn nuggets. Which, even if I was on that type of goofy shit, at least I'd be doing it right. Cause I got enough sense to put the seasoning in the batter instead of the fucking oil. before frying that shit. Now I say let these bitches suffer. I refuse to step up to the plate and be given force fed Brad and Chad and Tyrone's sloppy seconds. And I also refuse to stand in and defend the honor of a dishonorable woman, a woman who doesn't honor me, and a woman who doesn't honor herself. So stop asking me and stop expecting me to do it. Until I find the closest thing to that Proverbs 30 woman. A woman who fears the Lord, a woman who fears me and respects me. I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage with a female who sees me as dick number two, who sees me as sugar daddy, who sees me as enforcer where, oh, I need this nigga to fuck somebody up. And I'll, I won't guarantee him some coochie, but I'll give him the allure that he might get some coochie if you go over here and do something violent to another man. Miss me with that bullshit. I made a conscientious effort to get the fuck away from niggas out of my stomping grounds to come to another part of the world to start over again. Only to find myself in a part of the world where bitches like to play hard to get, but at the same time, so it's basically same shit, different hole. And I'm like, I'm not impressed by that hard to get shit. I know the drill to that. Because Memphis bitches play hard to get. And everybody knows it's manipulation. But see, you see how, and what makes it so hilarious about these dumb bitches is that they don't understand just how much, they don't understand how much they shoot themselves in the foot by making themselves so inaccessible that a motherfucker, can look at that and say that, you're wasting your time. You're not even gonna bother dealing with it. And, the sexual discipline it actually builds up in motherfuckers like that. Whereas, if you were trying to manipulate them, you would at least have some kind of coochie and the hope thereof thrown their way so that they wouldn't even learn, certain skills like sexual discipline. But, hoes stupid. As manipulative as they try to be, they're stupid. And, being manipulative and dumb, that's always gonna backfire on your ass. I know I'm kind of going on a tangent, ranting about goofy hoes in this city, but my point is, I didn't come out here just to experience and make the same mistakes that I made in my former city. Y'all just got me fucked up. I'm sorry. Y'all just got a nigga fucked up. Take that bullshit over to that thirsty, to some thirsty nigga who's been raised by his single parent, by his man. Don't come around me with that bullshit. Don't come around me trying to get me involved in entanglements and love triangles. When you way the fuck over the hill, knowing damn well in your 20s and 30s, you wouldn't have gave a nigga like me the time of the motherfucking day because you would have been on the Pac nigga's dick. No, I wasn't exciting enough for you studying. I would have been the Dwayne type nigga like off of a different world or like I said, Steve Urkel, Dwayne, hell, Will Smith, where I might have had some swag, but I wasn't cool enough because I don't think I would have been on some Carlton shit. Cause you know y'all wasn't giving them corny ass niggas the time of the day. But even the brothers who did have a degree of swag, to a more or less extent, you wasn't giving them niggas the time of the day. They were too busy in the books. They wasn't trying to be bout it, trying to be about that life, going out destroying other niggas, going out being a terrorist to the community. So why in the fuck is you waiting some years later on down the road, and now all of a sudden you wanna be repenting, you wanna turn the Christian woman, you wanna turn the Muslim woman, you wanna turn the Israelite woman, and now all of a sudden we your brothers. Get the fuck out my motherfucking face with that shit. Miss me, black community, miss me with the bullshit. And if you wondering, for all you goofy Denver, Colorado motherfuckers out here who see me and wondering why I don't fuck with you like that, you got your friends and family, you got your relatives down there in Memphis 10 to thank for that. Thank them niggas down in Memphis 10. Thank the niggas of Memphis, Tennessee. Thank the bitches of Memphis, Tennessee. Because it was motherfuckers like that who said that don't nobody want you. Don't nobody want to have. And see, and women like that, bitches who play hard to get. This is one thing I've noticed about bitches who play hard to get. You know how they fuck. You know how they fuck it up for everybody. Because they would have you. They're so fucking solipsistic. They would have you to believe that don't no woman wants you just because they don't want you. They'd have you believe that. They would have you to believe because I don't want you, don't no woman want you because I'm the representative of all women. And if you don't know any better, you'll take that. And you'll leave women alone indefinitely. But then you start seeing women every now and then, of course, giving you choosing signals. And you know what? You don't even respond to them because you've made it up in your mind. Don't no woman like me. She don't want me. They don't want nothing to do with me. So I might as well leave all of them alone, stick to my goals and my purpose. And you know what? We both suffer. We both suffer, but the man suffers less. He just don't get no cooch. You know what? The woman who's choosing on their brother suffers. She don't get his resources, his protection, things that she actually requires for her survival. Her very survival requires the protection of a man. Which is why I believe it's a complete waste of time trying to chase these bitches down, trying to do anything. You know the worst thing you can do to a female? Let her ass go. Just let her go. Because, I mean, they're already self-destructive in nature. So why would you step in to destroy them on some, oh, if I can't have you, nobody can type, that kind of creepy, goofy shit? Why would you do that? When it's only a matter of time before she does that to herself. But it's goofy bitches like that who fuck it up for everybody. They really do. Which is why there just might be some sexy, sultry, beautiful, feminine black women. And I'm here to tell you, the Strags, the sisterhood of failure, these evil bitches, you fucked that up for them. You fucked that up for them. Cause we ain't checking for black women like that. Let's just call it what it is. Which I think is fucked up because like I said, it's such a crapshoot and such a bad dynamic when you realize that for every black woman that might be rocking with brothers, there's two of them who ain't, and who's just following the script of throwing black men under the bus every chance they get. So any black man with any ounce of sense is going to recognize that and not take the risk. Because like I said, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. And just leave all these black bitches alone. And leave the community as a whole alone. Because ain't nothing changing about it. Niggas are still running and gunning. Niggas are still killing each other. So what good is your sacrifice, black man? What do you have to offer these people? What do you honestly think you can do for these people when they're literally doing the same shit that they was doing to each other some 30 years ago? Fast forward some 30 years later, niggas still running and gunning, still killing each other, still bout it, still bout that life. You can't do nothing with these people. They're hopeless. And you know why? Because they're being run by bitches like, the community is being run by bitches like Jada Pinkett and hood rats like her. And this is exactly what happens when you allow any kind of community to be run by the women. They'll run it into the ground. History has shown, like I said, how long matriarchies have lasted. And I know I like using Cleopatra's matriarchy, which lasted, 30 years tops? But there are other examples of that throughout the planet. The rise and fall of matriarchies and how they couldn't even last 50 years, let alone 100, let alone 1,000, like patriarchies have, like empires have, which were all of which were patriarchal. But I get it. We're so stubborn. We're just gonna abdicate power to the women because we worship the women as black men, whether we admit that or not. You niggas worship these women. And low key, that's probably one of the reasons why, part of me, to a more or less extent, can kind of understand why black women don't respect black men. I don't put it all on black women, because there's just some things that you niggas just do that it's like, no wonder she don't respect you. No wonder she don't respect me. Because there's a certain authority and power that's naturally given to you that I know for a fact she naturally understands, but you abdicating it over to her. Because instead of recognizing the God-given ability and the God-given authority and the God man that you are, black man, you giving that status and that divinity over to your woman. No wonder she don't respect you. And see, there's a part of me that wants to point out the fact that Jada Pinkett's a bitch, Jada Pinkett's this, but Jada Pinkett's that. But at some point, we got to look at Will. We got to look at Will. Because, there was some people, I live in this group home full of goofy ass people, crazy ass motherfuckers who be coming and going. I've been there since I've moved to this goofy ass state. And there was this dude who was telling me about his so-called wife. And this tramp tried to step to me. Like just being a whole hoe. A whole hoe. But what's one of the commandments? Thou shalt not commit adultery, right? Right. And this fool told me that She done hit him. I mean, did all kinds of, like, held him at knife point, hit him upside the head with pans, ran him over with a car, doing all kinds of emasculating shit that is deemed as the norm. It's not normal, but it's the norm. It's the trend. This is one of the reasons why black women feel they can step to me any kind of way. And then they looking sideways, they get thrown off into another world when they come at me fucked up. And they wondering why they picking themselves up off the ground or getting cussed out. And guess what? You don't have to be a Pookie. I don't have to wear a shirt saying I'm a Pac, I'm a Pookie and Ray Ray. All I have to do is show up in my coat of melanin, in my mantle of melanin. That's all I gotta do. I don't need these goofy ass stigmas and protocols of black men to still get the wrath of this American nigga bitch. Or even the nigga bitches of the Caribbeans and Africa. I mean, them crazy niggas. Black man, you don't need all that apparatus. You don't need all of that. You don't need none of that shit. Take it from me. Take it from my life experiences. You don't need any of that bullshit. I just don't know what you see in these bitches. They lead the nation in STDs and STIs. They lead the nation in abortions, and they are the fulcrum behind all the death, murder, and mayhem going on in the community. Because 9 times out of 10, two niggas are normally killing each other at the behest of her. Like I said, they're stupid as hell. They're ignorant as hell. You can't have an intelligent conversation with them. You can't talk to them about politics, about investments, about stocks. All you can talk to these worthless broads about is either sex, drama, chaos within the community, and the latest rapper, the latest Key Glock. They are some of the most by far they are some of the most uninteresting people on the fucking planet, who honestly believe that and who are so entitled they honestly believe that they have access to you. This goes back to brother of Common Sense and Logic's video on accepting the trash of another man's race. And unfortunately, as black men, we have a stigma for that has been propagated by this wicked ass Babylonian society. This is why, black man, bitches don't fuck with you like that, but when they do come around, it never fucking fails, does it? Have you noticed that they are always fucked up? It's always something fucked up about them. They're chubby, they're overweight. Shit, what's that? They have like they might have cleft lip. I mean, they're just a reject. They're just a reject of their own, or they've hit the wall. You're not getting the best of them. You're getting sloppy seconds and rejects of their own people. Rejects of your own people. Which is why you notice, like I said, when you're a man in your 20s and 30s, you're good enough for a black woman when she's in her 50s. Because, like I said, there's already that son husband culture going on. And you think she checking to see if whether or not you a Pac nigga or a Dwayne nigga? No. She just sees a black buck. Shit. If you don't believe me, just ask Jada with August Alsina, who definitely did denote the Pac stereotype, the Tupac stereotype. He denotes that. That's why she fuck with him. But even I submit to you that even if August Alsina wasn't a Pac nigga, even if he was a goofball like a Carlton, like Alfonso Ribeiro's character, she probably knowing what I know about black women, bro. She still would have fucked that nigga. She still would have fucked that nigga. She still would have had an entanglement with that nigga. I guarantee it. Knowing what I know about black women, I guarantee it. Yeah, I didn't mean to drag this out in part two, but y'all know how these goofy ass Vivitar cameras are. But yeah, man, I think I've said everything I need to say. But as black men, we are definitely gonna have to sooner or later, not black males. That's why I say black men, not black males. There is a difference. There's a huge difference. And I